Good morning, everyone. It is March the 16th, and we have some severe weather to talk about today. So, if you live in places like Raleigh, North Carolina, or Washington, D.C., you could be experiencing very strong thunderstorms this afternoon. This afternoon, there's a potential for severe thunderstorms from the state of Florida northward to the state of Pennsylvania, the primary threat being damaging winds. However, we need to talk about the tornado risk in the mid Atlantic. The Storm Prediction Center has indicated the potential for severe thunderstorms in North Carolina, Virginia, and Maryland this afternoon. There's also a 15% chance of tornadoes in Raleigh, North Carolina, Richmond, Virginia, and Washington, D.C. Now, what we're looking at here is the significant tornado parameter. And you'll notice that between 2 and 6 p.m., we have this area of blue, yellow, and red that develops in the mid Atlantic and the southeast. You'll also notice that in the state of Virginia, there's a longer duration of a threat of tornadoes, especially around Lynchburg, Virginia. Now, Central Virginia has experienced tornadoes in the past. Two notable tornadoes, one in February of 2016 in Appomattox County, and then also in April of 2018 in Amherst County, both of which were EF3 tornadoes with wind speeds of 150 miles per hour. But what causes these tornadoes to form in the first place? Taking a look at a potential sounding via the NAM 3-kilometer model, this is just one high resolution model, I'd like you to focus on the purple dashed line here on the screen. This purple dashed line is indicating the moist parcel as it rises in the environment relative to the air surrounding it. And the air surrounding it is marked by red. So the big takeaway here is the distance between the mixed parcel layer, the purple line, and the air around it, the red line. The greater the distance between the two, the more buoyant the mixed parcel layer will be, and the faster this moist air will rise up from the surface into thunderstorms that are developing. In fact, meteorologists look at the distance in terms of area, and the greater the shaded red region that I'm showing you here, the more available potential energy for these thunderstorms that are developing. Notice the black box that I have highlighted to the right, talking about CAPE at different levels in the atmosphere. And when you have values near 1,000 joules per kilogram, like we have in this instance, or higher, that's a lot of potential energy available to these thunderstorms as we move into the afternoon in central Virginia. Now, CAPE is one big factor for these developing thunderstorms, but to get a tornado on the ground, probably the most important thing is to have changing winds with height or wind shear. I want you to take a look at the upper right-hand corner. I'll draw an arrow to it now. There's a box called the hodograph, which is a measurement of wind speed and direction in the troposphere. Now take a look at the hodograph on the left, particularly the red portion between 1 and 2 kilometers near the surface. So if I were to box in that region for you, again, this is between the surface and 1 to 2 kilometers above our heads, right, looking up into the atmosphere. If we see on the hodograph this curvature in terms of how the winds change with height, that's indicative of an atmosphere with a lot of spin at the surface. And just to keep things simple, that spin is necessary to get a tornado spinning on the ground. And notice the shape of this red line here, again, just part of the line that's moving up in the atmosphere. It has the shape of a sickle. And again, I have the picture of a sickle to the right here. That is one of the main things that tornado chasers look for in a hodograph when they go out storm chasing. Now, if this particular event turns out this way, again, this is just one particular model that I'm showing you guys. This could be quite a tornado outbreak as we move into Monday afternoon. But for this reason and more, the National Weather Service has marked this entire region, right, of North Carolina, Virginia, and Maryland with the potential of tornadoes Monday afternoon. But one thing I didn't mention is that if you look at The yellow area, again, there's a slight risk of severe weather from the state of Florida up to the state of New York, even. Now, as we just mentioned with those high Cape values and also the wind shear, the National Weather Service has put in that enhanced risk of severe weather from Georgia up to Pennsylvania and that moderate risk of severe weather over North Carolina, Virginia, and Maryland. Again, if you were to look at these soundings up and down the East Coast, a lot of these would look pretty similar. And that's what the National Weather Service is seeing as well in a lot of these model runs. Now, guys, if you like today's video, please leave a like or subscribe. It really helps the channel. And if you have any questions, leave those in the comments below. Bye for now.